All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and let's get right into this video.
Folks, you need to watch this video to the end, and you need to interact with it. You need to leave a comment. We need to boost this as much as possible. And this is your only warning. There's going to be cussing because I'm fucking mad as hell. I am telling you right now, Republicans are intentionally working to drive up inflation and intentionally working to cripple our supply chain. Right now, Governor Abbott here in the state of Texas is forcing the DPS, which is our version of the state troopers, to stop every single truck coming out of Mexico. Every single truck. And do a safety inspection on it. What they're doing is they're backing up shipping for dozens and dozens and dozens of miles. Normally, a Mexican driver will bring a truck over across the border. They'll drop it at a depot, and an American driver will pick it up and drive off. They usually do about 4 a day. They can't get one through. They can't get one fucking truck through. They're backed up for fucking miles. Why? Because they want to drive up inflation. They think it's going to help them in the midterms. They want to cripple our fucking supply chains because they think it will help them in the fucking midterms. They're doing it on purpose to hurt you.
Right, so as you can see, this government is not meant to help you. This government is not thinking about how to make life better for the American people, not thinking about how to make prices go lower for the American people. All they do is talk and do the opposite of helping the American people, right? So as you can say, this is why it says in Micah chapter 2 verse 10, right? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, and it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction, right? So if you believe in these policies and you believe that this government is coming to save you, coming to help you, well, you're going to end up being destroyed in the sword of destruction, right? Now, obviously on Instagram, on social media, even on YouTube, you always have people, specifically white nationalists, right? So Edom, you have people specifically telling you to vote red. They keep telling you vote red because voting red will make the country better. Voting red will drain the swamp, right? Voting red will drive down inflation. Well, it doesn't matter who you vote for, because clearly everyone voted red, or a lot of people voted red this election, and now you have prices going up. Now you have these Republicans, according to what that man said, these Republican politicians stopping trucks for miles on end so that they could have an advantage in midterms to solve a crisis that they caused, right? As you know, the saying goes, problem, reaction, solution, or order out of chaos, right? So let's get out the scripture right here. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Slakia. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. That they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity, right? So a lot of people right now, they're trying to pay their bills, and they're just getting by, right? Barely. And sometimes they're taking on debt to pay their bills, credit card debt. And you have this devil, right, trying to make things more expensive. So at that point, what do you think happens? Money becomes worthless, right? If you can't even pay your bills off a good salary, what point is it for money? And this is where the MOTB comes in, right? Because they're going to offer the solution. They're going to create the problem, right? Then offer the solution, right? So you also have Trump getting people to pay for war coming up, right? So let's get Venezuela. Because the things in America, which they say back home isn't bad enough, well, outside of home, it's also bad, right? Venezuela war. And who would have thought this was gonna come? This came out of nowhere. Right? It says U.S. Navy destroyer, submarine, and amphibious ships being sent towards Venezuela. The White House calls Venezuelan ruler Maduro a narco-terrorist and deploying ships, planes, marines in a major show of force. Right. So basically, you have Trump getting ready to start a new war. Right. I just want to say a new war. New war. Another war. Because you always have these people that voted for Trump saying Trump's not going to cause a war. Trump didn't cause any new wars. Trump is not going to help with the wars. No, he's causing a new war. Let's get that straight. He is causing right now a new war. The one who said he wasn't going to start a new war, the one who said he was going to end the war with the Ukraine in 24 hours, he's starting a new one. Right? So let's read on. It says, President Donald Trump is deploying a flotilla of warships and other military assets to the waters of Venezuela, an operation aimed at Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Now, I just want to say, they're calling Maduro a narco-terrorist, but this is just an excuse to get the oil from Venezuela, right? Now, these Venezuelan people are going to be facing more oppression from America. Right, as you know, if you haven't known, America has also had implanted their agents in government to govern Venezuela. Now let's keep going. The ominous move signals a growing frustration with the Venezuelan leader over the flow of illicit narcotics into the United States. Maduro remains a fugitive from a 20 U.S. indictment on narco-terrorism and drug trafficking charges. Trump last week ordered 3 Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers of submarine and other assets toward the South American nation. Right. That in addition to the destroyers, some 4,000 Marines aboard an amphibious-ready group made of these 3 ships were also deploying to the region. If this ends up being the case, it will put a remarkably large, versatile, and powerful Amanda of U.S. ships off Venezuela's coast. Right. So, in a nutshell, this means that Venezuela is going to be occupied. Right. So, let's see. It says, quote right here, this is very important. I can't highlight it. I can. Okay. Here we go. It says, let's get this out. It says, the empire has gone mad and has renewed its threats to Venezuela's peace and tranquility, Maduro said at an event in Caracas without mentioning any specific action. Right. Now, he just said the government has gone mad. What does that saying remind you of? That he shall be like a... It says in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 91, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right. So you have Esau, Edom, and right now Trump just gearing up to go to war and start things with everybody. Right. And right now Trump is being a cruel lord from trying to rework the museums when it comes to the history of our slavery and our oppression of Judah in America, and then trying to put these Hispanics, who he calls illegals, into these practically concentration camps, and now trying to go to war with Venezuela to occupy it and take their oil, and then from trying to basically have a standstill to Russia, and then in a short matter of time also trying to have a complete fake real takeover over America, right? as you can see, Trump has been compromised even before the second term because he has owed debts, right? Trump was never a free president. As much as he said the land is free, as much as Trump has said he wants to make America great again, Trump was never America first. Trump was always Israel first, right? When Trump got bailed out of bankruptcy from the Jesuits, the fake the Khazars, the fake you know what's, he was in debt to them, right? During the first term, he got you really good because he was saying he was all about American traditional values, but really he's turning the whole country, or trying to turn the whole country, into a federal state, also known as a police state, right? And as you can see, it's like every decision he's making, he's doing for Israel or something like that. So I just hope this lesson is edifying. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and brethren, be excited because this means we're almost home. Alright, this man is going crazy. This government is going crazy. And eventually this government will have a downfall from their pride. So all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.